Okay, so fitness. We're diving into fitness today, right? And listen, I get it. Trying to figure out a workout routine, sometimes it feels like you need to be a superhero just to get started, you know?
Oh, tell me about it. It can be totally overwhelming.
Right. But good news, we actually had the chance to talk to a personal trainer recently, and they gave us some really awesome advice on creating a weekly exercise plan that you'll actually want to stick with.
Oh, now that I want to hear. These professionals have a knack for, like, breaking down those fitness concepts into something we can actually use.
Absolutely. And one of the first things that really jumped out at me was their emphasis on variety. And I don't mean like switching up your music while you're jogging. I'm talking about finding a balance between strength training, cardio, flexibility, and get this, even rest.
Okay, variety makes sense, but rest. I'm intrigued. Why is that mix so crucial?
That's what I was wondering. So I asked, and basically, each element brings something different to the table, right? Like strength training, for example.
Right, strength training.
A lot of people think it's all about bulking up, but really it's more about building lean muscle.
Which, by the way, does amazing things for your metabolism. It's
Yeah.
like you end up burning more calories even when you're just sitting around, like, watching TV.
It's like having a superpower.
Yeah.
So it's less about how many hours you're logging at the gym and more about making each workout really count.
Exactly. And then there's cardio, right?
Cardio, the thing we all love to hate.
Pretty much. But seriously, people often think of it as just a calorie burner. And while, yeah, it does that, the real benefit is how it strengthens your heart.
Oh, so it's like giving your body a better engine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just about running until you collapse. It's about building a heart that can handle anything.
And that brings us to flexibility.
Flexibility, so important, but so often overlooked.
I know, I'm guilty of it too.
But it's key for preventing injuries, especially as we get older.
So it's not just about touching your toes, it's about staying mobile and active for years to come.
Exactly. We want to be out there living our best lives, right? And that's where rest comes in.
Okay, wait, back up. Rest. How is that even part of a fitness plan? I need more details on this one.
I know, I know. It sounds counterintuitive, right? But trust me, rest is just as important as all those other elements.
Okay, I'm listening. Convince me.
Think of it this way. When you work out, you're actually creating tiny little tears in your muscles.
Yeah.
And those muscles need time to repair themselves, to rebuild and come back stronger. That's what rest allows them to do. It's like essential downtime for your body to recover and recharge.
So it's not about being lazy, it's about giving your body what it needs to come back stronger. I'm all for that. And you know what else? This trainer actually gave a sample weekly schedule, and it's surprisingly doable.
Okay, now we're talking. Lay it on me. What's the magic formula?
Well, what I really liked is that each day has a specific focus. So, like Monday, you're doing strength training, Tuesday, it's cardio, Wednesday, flexibility, that kind of thing.
So no more wandering around the gym like, what am I even doing here? I like it.
Exactly. And this might sound like overkill, but the trainer actually gave specific exercises, like sets and reps, the whole 9 yards.
Wow. They really hold your hand through the process.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's like having a personal trainer in your pocket, right? But they also stressed the importance of listening to your body.
That's so key, though. But what does that look like in real life? I mean, how do you actually do that?
Well, I think it starts with being aware of how you're feeling. Like those little aches and pains, those are your body's way of communicating with you.
Right. So it's about knowing the difference between pushing through discomfort and pushing yourself to the point of injury.
Exactly. It's like having this ongoing conversation with your body,
Yeah.
learning to understand those signals.
It's about respecting your body's limits, which honestly can be tough.
No kidding. Speaking of tough, what about people who, like, absolutely hate running? Can they still make this balanced approach work?
Absolutely. The good news is those activities within each category, they can be swapped out. Don't love running? Fine. Go for a swim, hop on a bike, find a dance class, whatever gets you moving.
So it's less about being married to a specific activity and more about hitting those core elements throughout the week.
Exactly. And you know what? You're actually more likely to stick with a plan if you enjoy it. The trainer even suggested switching things up within those categories to keep it interesting, like yoga one day, Pilates the next, that kind of thing.
Okay, so we're allowed to have fun with it. This is a revelation.
Right. It shouldn't feel like a chore. And on that note, the trainer emphasized something else that I think is so important, especially for beginners: consistency